Hey everyone, how you going? It's Hannah for Female, and today I want to talk about the masculine and the feminine energies and how this is really important when it comes to dating and relating with each other. In my last video I talked about the importance of femininity in women and then being able to fully explore, express and embrace that, which I think a lot of women today are finding it very difficult to admit to themselves that they truly do want and desire and need a man in their life. And I actually think if both you guys could admit that you need each other in your lives, then everyone would be much happier. But I kind of just wanted to give you a little background on what these kind of different energies are and why it's really important that in a relationship there is a masculine energy and there is a feminine energy, because that is what creates that passion. And that's what creates that connection, and that's what creates that sense of wanting to give things to each other. So masculine energy is basically a somewhat active energy. It's about focus, it's about getting things done, it's about laser beam, just do it. It isn't so much concerned about feelings and things like that. It's concerned with results, it's concerned with solutions, it's concerned with working things out logically and then going out and solving that problem. That's what it's about. And feminine energy, on the other hand, is what some people call like passive. I don't really like that term, but we'll just stick with it for now. And it's kind of more an energy that responds to different things. And the most important thing that I want you guys to remember about feminine energy is, like, masculine energy is based on the self. Like, it's like, alright, I gotta get this done, I'm concerned about me, this is what I'm gonna do. And feminine energy is very concerned about others. In fact, a woman's very makeup and how her self-esteem is very based on the quality of the relationships around her. So this is why women are so concerned with building rapport and making sure they don't rock the boat, and making sure that, you know, the relationships they have, particularly with girlfriends, with their family, are very strong, and that the rapport is always there. And this is why for them it can be quite traumatizing when they have to confront someone that they care about, tell the truth in some respect to their girlfriends, even if it's, you know, too brutally honest. And this is probably why, you know, they have a lot of those emotional outbursts, because, you know, the relationships to them are so important to their identity. And that's why it can be so traumatic. So this energy is about being open and receptive, and it's really focused on giving and giving and giving to others. And so I think the most important part in being able to create something really special, to have a really good experience with a woman as a man, is for the man to embrace and to fully explore his masculine side, and for a woman to fully embrace and explore her feminine side, and then the two of those individually working on their energies together, and then coming together and being able to pitch and catch with each other. If there's two masculine energies in a relationship, it's not going to work. You guys are just going to keep competing with each other, you're going to try and over-dominate one another, there's going to be this whole ego thing going on. Equally, if there's two feminine energies, you know, you being a guy and she being a girl, but you have more of a feminine energy about you, then there's going to be something like a depolarization. There's going to be no passion. It's like you guys are going to maybe be really good friends, you know, get along really well, but there'll just be no juice, there'll be no passion, there'll be no excitement, there'll be no enthusiasm, there'll be no pull towards each other, because you're very much the same. And in this respect, these opposite energies do attract. They pull each other together, and they create something really magic together. Best thing that I can do for you guys is to kind of help you cultivate your masculinity. If you have a strong masculine presence, it is more likely going to help coax out a woman's femininity if you can be really strong. If you are more feminine and not as assertive and all these different things, and then she's more likely to want to be more masculine. to compensate for that. So if you can be the masculine energy in that relationship, in this interaction, and then she's more likely, once she has assumed your leadership, will be much more able to be open and receptive and feminine and girly and fun and carefree when she's with you. And when a woman feels good and she feels emotionally supported, she has a lot to give. You know, she has a lot of appreciation and validation and acknowledgement and gratitude to give to her man, which I think is really important for you guys, you know, to be appreciated, to be understood, to be validated, to know when you're winning and how you're winning, and to be praised for that. It's really important. So, off the top of my head, here are a couple of things you can do in order to cultivate your masculinity in direct proportion to a woman. This idea of competency is really important. I think in terms of practical, it's really important that you guys learn some new skills, whether that be communication skills, humour skills, physical sport skills, business skills, handyman skills, I don't know, whatever. The more skills that you have and the more competent you are at those skills, underlying that is probably just a boost in your self-esteem and your confidence as well, which is going to do its own wonders. And as well as that, subconsciously communicates to a woman that, hey, you have got it going on, and you have the ability to be competent, you have the ability to learn quickly, you have the ability to adapt, and the more you have of these, then the more she can learn to trust your competency. And being able to trust a man, for a woman to be able to trust a man to protect her, is paramount. That is just the underlying thing that is driving everything that she does, on a biological level, on a chemical brain level, on a physical bodily level, in ways that she may not even be able to articulate to you. So competency in different skills is really important, and this is probably the reason why, like, you know, women are like, oh my god, he's a singer, yeah, he's so good at what he does, or, you know, he's really successful. When you're successful at something and you really mastered a particular skill, this is very attractive to women. As well as that, you know, I touch about this a lot, but independence, a sense of independence, of being able to make your own decisions, being able to follow through on those decisions that you make, and being able to have your own opinion about certain things, being okay with saying no, or not right now, or not at the moment, or no, that just doesn't interest me at all. Saying these things is really important to project that level of assertiveness you have, and that sense of independence. That sense of independence goes hand in hand with the competency of the different skills that you have. The more independent and flexible and dynamic you can project to her, you know, you being a man, then the more she's going to learn to trust you. And obviously she needs to do her own things to cultivate her own femininity as well. You know, she has to look inside herself and see what are some of the things that are preventing her from expressing her femininity, and don't get me wrong, she has a personal responsibility to do that as well. And what you can focus on is doing all these different things that really are going to benefit you anyway. They're going to benefit your confidence. You know, if you learn some new skills and you really get to master that, that's going to give you a real kick. That's going to, you know, make you feel really good about yourself. So it's not like you're doing these things for her, but you're doing these things because you want to be the best version that you can be of yourself. I mean, that's what the whole 21st century personal development thing is about, right? So think about in terms of how this is really going to contribute to your life, and how this will ripple effect onto the way in which you relate to women, either in the dating scene or in the relating scene. So those would be my 2 tips on what you can do to cultivate your own masculinity, and I hope you guys really enjoyed. I would love to hear your comments, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.